Aquarius, how you doing? Just a few channel messages and then your actual tarot card readings for March and stuff like that. How you doing, Aquarius? Just very quickly, just before, I'm kind of hearing this like dull ache, like a toothache, but a dull ache, or something that doesn't really hurt but it aches, like my achy breaky heart, or like an aftermath of a breakup, or some like a retrograde moment, if you like it's just. I keep hearing alakar, or alike, Ali, the name Ali, or something like that, I don't know. Abigail, A-B-B, Abby. But I'm hearing like this dull ache, like either a toothache or like an aftermath feeling of just like depression. You could even be dealing with a Virgo maybe. But like why do I keep saying like me, I want you to like me, Elzebub, maybe something to do with around Capricorn, but like, I keep saying it, but like, anything after but is bollocks, like hopefully no one's got, okay, make sure that you haven't got a dull ache down there, guys, I'm going to also have to do that, but like a dull ache down here, okay, because that can also be quite, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm sure when they say that, and you look for lumps and things like that, if there's dull aches and stuff, because I keep hearing a dull ache, right? A dull ache, or Drake, or Darnell, well, that was the person that actually called out. But like a dull ache, or a D, or a Dan, anything beginning with D, but like this aftermath feeling of like retrograde, if you like something that doesn't hurt, it just aches. Or like it doesn't really hurt and it doesn't really ache, it's just like this non-existent dark feeling, right, that I keep getting for you guys, and I'm trying to make sense of it, and sometimes for me to make sense of an actual channel messages where I don't really have to figure it out much, I just have to kind of go with the feeling. And Capricorns had this around them as well. They had this very strange alluring energy that, I don't know, sometimes when I'm channeling I kind of take over the feeling, and that if I can't figure it out I start coming out sideways in a way. But I mean, if you are relating with Capricorn energy, as soon as it went over to Patron, it kind of started to explain itself of why. And there was I mean, nothing against Virgo energies, but there was a lot of Virgo energy around. Because there was a lot of nines. I think Capricorn had all of the nines. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Nine of, like, everything was like the moon, and like there was so much like retrograde moments. And I think it's kind of coming in your reading as well, where it's like this, retrograde took its toll on people, and everybody's like fucking physically and mentally exhausted. And you just kind of feel like this aftermath of a wave of like excitement, and or say an addiction or something, or like something just turns up and it's real exciting but it wasn't quite as good as what you thought, or like you go on holiday and then by the time you get back you're like, oh, I've got to go back to work again and I've got to do this again. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of feeling, and that's the only kind of message that I can really pick up with you guys. A pickup truck, something also maybe to do around Cancerian as well for a lot of you, okay, Aquarius, but I definitely keep feeling this dull ache, or Darnell, or Darren, or Aaron, but Drake, or Lake District. Someone could be from the Peak District or the Lake District, up north, up Sheffield, somewhere like that. But I definitely keep hearing this dull, null, like a numb feeling, comfortably numb, but like a numbing feeling, like you've just had a toothache and you can't move your mouth, or like, I mean, this, don't freak out everybody if I'm saying a dull ache, because that can be quite, but what is this, man? It is a retrograde thing. Capricorns had it majorly where there was a lot of confusion around in the background feelings, like people in the backgrounds, or the goddamn thing that I am so sick of, that I kind of went in on, I was going to make a separate video around these goddamn people that I've found that were arguing over Terra population, and that they were all of them, man, they were all fucking twin flame readers, and they were all past life readers. This is what your past life, this is what your karmic is up to, this is what, oh man, and they none of them have actually got the slightest clue what they're really talking about, and they're all making out that they're mediums, and they're fuck me, well, the information that I kind of briefly looked at and thought, man, you ain't got a fucking clue what you're on about, like, you really don't. And man, thousands of people following these people being absolutely brainwashed, and it makes me sick, like, it really does make me sick. But I don't know if that's having any kind of influence on you or not. I don't know, because I'm hearing under the influence, like hypnosis, or under the influence of alcohol, or under the influence of retrograde. But they keep saying, like, I'm going under, like some of you are going under for anesthetic, and it might even be this pregnancy thing that came up for some people, like, I'm going to go under, or like down under. Don't go and visit Kathy Bates, for God's sake. But like, I'm going down under, or I'm going under, like I feel like I'm like going to lose everything. I'm going to lose my money, I'm going to lose my home, I'm going to, wow, what on earth is that? Hold on a minute, Aquarius, like, I feel like I'm going to go under. So is this anything to do with like business and stuff like that, of like that I've lost, like I feel like I'm going to go under? Or is this an actual person that's passed and there's a burial? Because I'm picking up, like, I feel like I'm going to go under. Well, trust me, that can also be like a spirit. But I feel like I'm going to go under. Or I feel like I'm going to go over my limit. Some of you could be from Wimbledon, up London. But like, because I'm hearing Wimbledon, like underarm, overarm. Something's under your arm. Like under my arm. Under my armpit. A dull ache under your armpit? Or like something's under my armpit. Pit. Not this pit bull. There was a pit bull that came up for another reading. I forget which that was. Like a pit bull. Or a party. Like, I think it was to do with a pit bull, or like a bouncy castle. There might be some sort of celebration, or a pit bull. Like a pit bull that you, okay, some of you might have animals that are sick or ill, because it came up in another reading where I said pit bull and someone had been castrated, and that could be down there, like a dull ache downstairs of like the balls being chopped off, because I said sick balls chopper, okay, and I said, well, like human beings don't have that, it's like animals, and then I'd said about a pit bull, okay. So is this a physical animal, or is it a cat? And it's to do with maybe a Leo as well involved in this. And there's some sort of dull ache. But be careful around like possible Cancerian energy, or the actual physical signs of Cancer. Because I keep picking up like this dull ache. And I don't know if that's a physical human being. Obviously not everybody. But also like a dog or a cat. Now, a cat would represent the star sign of Leo, but a dog would physically be a dog, right? So I don't know if there's anything that is going on around your animals, around perhaps them having to go under for anaesthetic for an operation that your animal might have. Like if you've got dogs or cats even, that they might have to go like under anaesthetic for some sort of operation. Because I think I did pick up on like pit bulls and someone like having the snip maybe, and it could have been a human being that's having the snip, and so I can't like get you pregnant and stuff, or something like that. We don't want no more kids, no more children, but you know, you might have to have the snip. Or it might be a physical animal. Okay. What else am I getting for you, Aquarius? Some of you though, this is just like heartache, like a wave of energy that came rushing through and in on retrograde, and then it's kind of like this stale energy of like, oh, just like I don't know what to do now, like there's an aftermath of like the Nine of Wands as such, like, because that is still like, it's control and narcissism, sure, but it is also after breakup. It's the feeling of nostalgia that you get through war. So when you return back from war, you're like, oh shit, what do I do? So through breakups, you kind of get that aftermath reading of like an aftermath reading, or like an aftermath of, or Matthew, or M, anything beginning with M, okay, but like this, I don't know. Well, yes, I do. Yeah, like that, like Virgo feeling. Like, oh, I don't know what to do with myself now. What do I do with all the hope that I had that something would work out, but I don't know if it's possible or not. And then like this, trying to move on, get on with life, and trying to get back to work, trying to get back into a routine, but someone's still being on your mind constantly. 11:11 on the clock. So like someone's constantly on my mind, and yeah, it feels like a breakup, if I'm honest, Aquarius. And like this, it's like a joyride, right? A J, anything beginning with J, but like a joyride. Jennifer, Julian, Jason, Jasmine, Jared, or as well, Jared, but like this, come join the joyride, and you have like a really good time at the fair or something, and then you have to come back and you're like, man, I've got so much adrenaline, but how do I channel it? Like, how do I get this like feeling off me? But how do I communicate in the way that I want to? And it, to be honest, and I said this in the Capricorn reading when I got on the other side. See, some people might ever take offence to things, but you have to watch the aftermath of the reading to the conclusion of what it is that I end up saying. Okay. Virgo energy and 9 energy, life path 9 or Virgo in any placement, right, is a feeling of, man, I can just never ever seem to get that 10. I just can't never seem to get enough. I can't never seem to meet the perfect person that's just going to give me everything that I deserve. Or like, I deserve this and I'm just going to stay in this situation, like the rabbit hole, okay? But it can also be like, man, there's more out there for me, and I just can't get it, or I just can't seem to get through to this person, or I just can't seem to stop fucking up, or I can't just seem to stop relapsing, or I just can't seem to stop doing it, even though I feel like I want to, or like there's an answer that I want, like I just, like closure. Like I always feel like I need closure, but I always feel like I need to also give closure, but I can't never get closure, right? And I can't never get closer. Okay, because I'm hearing move closer, and it's like I can never seem to move, or I can never seem to move closer to what it is that I feel I want, but I never really truly know what I want, and I never reach that 10. That's Virgo all over the place, man. That's a 9. That's a moon. That is like, I can never seem to get away from my mother, or I never can seem to be able to get closer to my mother. Or I always seem to have problems with people that don't accept me for who I am, but then I end up meeting someone that shows me things about myself that make me feel triggered and mirrored, where I think, man, is this really me, or is this my family? Or is it like a pattern of behaviour that I need to really look at myself, right? And I mean, that is Virgo traits, you know. That is that everlasting rainbow that doesn't come. That's a Zippy and George and Bangle. But like, you know, it never reaches itself. It's just a self feeling of like a selfie. But like, stay tuned. But you'll probably see what that might be coming up. Selfie. No, I won't be taking selfies. But like this. Shellfish, something around Pisces maybe, right? But like this, am I being selfish for wanting like this, and am I being selfish for still feeling it and wanting it? But am I being selfish? Like, am I constantly thinking of myself and not the other person? or is the other person constantly always feeling about them but not really me? Those kind of, they're not really channeled messages. They are, because it's a channeled feeling, right? It's a channeled feeling, and it leads someone called Lee or Leanne, or from Leeds, up north, near Leeds. Okay, string of beads. Yeah, you got up there, string of beads. But like a string of leads, right? So I've got loads of clues and loads of things and a load of leads, right? And I've got them. I mean, is this a dog lead or something, or a fishing line? But like a fish. But like I've got a load of leads, right? And I need to keep following all of these leads. Constantly needs to follow Lee, follow Lee, follow Lee. Someone called Lee, constantly following Lee all the time. Okay, so, or someone's constantly following you. Like, what is this, man? Well, let's go off with the first bit where it said around following leads. Like, I've got a scent, right? Or I've got an accent. Or I've got scent, and I'm sniffing it out like a dog or a cat, right? And I've got some kind of clue and scent. And I'm sniffing it out, but like dogs, physical dogs, they actually have two lots of smell like scents. One through the nose and then one up here, okay? And it goes to the brain. Might be something to do with my sleep apnea, maybe, I'm kind of like feeling. But like, one is the future and one is the past for a dog, right? And they follow a scent all the time, and they do the same thing constantly. It's like a dog, right? They track out a scent, and they smell out food, and they always go back to the same place in order to be able to know that there's safety or there's food there, right, or shelter. So a dog will constantly track its own steps when living in a house, constantly, right? Now, I don't know if you're going to lose a dog or something, I really don't know. But, like, I hope not, because I've got a dog as well. But my mother, she's so paranoid about losing that dog. Like, so paranoid. But, like, because, oh man, I feel like I'm probably putting, like, the jeepers at people. But, my name is Jeff, but, like a dog, right? And it follows its scent, and it goes into the kitchen, right? I'm going to go around all my normal steps just to go back to the fridge because I know there's food there. And I'm going back there because I know there's food there. Someone's moving back in with somebody from the past. They're gonna. You've got this mistake energy for a lot of you. You are, because it's something to do with this friend energy, and someone's going back to where it was safe before, but where it was before is like a tracking a scent back from my past and retracing my steps to go back to it. Don't believe in past life. It's bullshit. You're a human being, a one, right? I'm going tracking my ancestors back, or I'm tracking like track and trace system or Tracy, or like some sort of law degree or Laura, but like law degree or something like that, and it's to do with police and all this kind of thing. But like I'm tracking my steps back to where I was before, like I'm going back to my old routine. So some of you, whatever work it is that you did, it feels like this, nah, I never did reach that 10. Like, because I didn't reach where I really thought I was going to, I'm going back. Some of you are going back to past. You're kind of like, it's a weird, a paradox. Came up in like holes everywhere, and that was what was in the Capricorn reading and other readings. Like holes being everywhere. Being John Malkovich. or John, the name John. But like being John Malkovich, like there are holes in all of this, the things that don't make sense. Like trying to be myself, but I'm really like just a figment of your imagination. Like it's just in my head. You see, some of you are trying to run from depression. You've got this thing in your head that you're trying to run from. It's exactly like anxiety. Angus. But like it's like anxiety, right? Especially if you've got a Virgo moon, right? It's like anxiety. Something that's in my head that I can't run from, right? A thought, a memory, depression, Maria, Melissa, Matilda, Emily, Emma, but like it's in my head and I'm trying to run from the thoughts in my head, which can be like anxiety, can be depression, it can be drinking, drugs, alcohol, it can be a pattern of behaviour, and I'm physically running from things that are not there. It's just a figment of my imagination. Man, I think some of the Capricorn reading of me not being able to channel now is being bled through into your energy here. And you're looking at blood. And you're looking at the Nine of Wands. You are. Nine of Wands is also blood. Okay, and it is also kind of like where people will analyse their parents and think, okay, well, am I the same as my parents? There's mental illness here. There's mental illness. Some of you are questioning, like, well, might not be questioning, but what Spirit is saying, it's depression. It's not created by your parents. It's created by your own star sign or your head, right? So there's a lot in your head at the moment. And it might be anxiety. It might be depression. Yeah, but if I'm honest, I'm picking up on Virgo signs, like Virgo moon, Virgo rising. You know, Virgo. I really am, guys. I'm picking up on Virgo energies. Even though I'm doing an Aquarius reading, I'm picking up on Virgo here. So, for some reason, I think a lot of you Aquarians have got Virgo in your chart, or you're dealing with a specific Virgo. Okay, and Spirit is saying that some of you are trying to run from things that are physically in your head. Like, physically just in your head. You're trying to avoid it, knowing that there is some underlying issue with yourself. With Virgo. I'm sorry. But you know me, I'm blatantly honest. If my spirit tell me, I'll tell you. That's why I'm a channel conduit, right? I don't never shed blame. I might get tetchy and annoyed at times, but it's because of this expectation of being let down. Okay? And it's also an energy that I feel that I channel. So sometimes people are like, who's this fucking idiot? It's just me channeling. Okay? So you've kind of got this, like, I feel like I'm going to let myself down or let people down. Man, I feel emotional. Like, I feel like I've, don't let me down. It's like I can't let you down. I did let you down, like a flat tyre. Like a flat tyre or Mullican tyre. Mullican tyre. But, or the name Tyres. Or Tyler. Tyler? Or Tyler's. But, Tyler's Tarot, maybe. I don't know. He's on Virgo, is he? He's Aries, right? Don't know what that's for. But, like, or another name, Tyler. But, like, I feel like I'm gonna let you down. Like a deflated tyre. Like, deflated, like a blow-up doll that suddenly just gets fucking pinpricked. Oh, God, I hope there isn't a goddamn a doll here that's being like stabbed with abby or stabs abs, or like a doll of like pins in it. What on earth is that? Voodoo? Steve, don't mention voodoo. You keep talking people out not believing in it. Voodoo doll. A voodoo doll. You see, I keep hearing a voodoo doll. Oh, don't. Someone from up there. Oh, a scouser. Oh, zounds. What? A doll. Oh, zounds. Oh, zounds. Don't. Oh, do. Someone's doing something. Obviously. But they don't, you know. They do. No, they don't. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, no, they don't. They're right behind. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, yes, they do. Man, some of you are confused as shit. Oh, man, is this an argument? Like, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, you did do that. Oh, no, you didn't do that. Oh, you did do it. Oh, no, you didn't do it. Oh, I did. Oh. I mean, is it a dog that's crying? Or, like, I don't know. Or is this just physically a figment of your imagination of something that you've got going on in your head? Like, oh, yes, I did. Oh, no, but I didn't. Oh, I didn't do that. But, yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Like recollection, like this, oh my God, now I can remember, God, I did do that, didn't I? Like, did I do that? Oh my God, I can't believe that I actually did do that. And man, am I picking up like physically, psychically picking up, physically, psychically, or the name Lee, but like picking up on what's in your head, like you're talking to yourself. Wake up, Aquarius. But like I'm talking to myself, like, oh, I did do that, didn't I? Oh my God, yeah, no, I can see that now. I can see the error of my ways. I did actually say that. I did do that. That is my fault. That, yeah, I can see it now. I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. Now the rain is gone. I can see it. I can see the error of my ways. Oh my God, has there been transformation up in this shit? Like, it's really like this Virgo feeling of like, I'm trying to see the error of my ways. Some of you are trying with the person that you're with, and you're trying to see the error of your ways. Like, have a discussion about the error of something. The error. Or an error. Air sign. Another Aquarian, Gemini or Libra. But like, I'm trying to see the error of my ways. I'm trying to rectify it. I'm trying to go back in order to redo it again, to learn something again. Or Jen. But like, I'm trying to rectify the past by reliving it over and over again. It's like this feeling of like, I constantly feel like I'm reliving the same nightmare, like Freddy Krueger's nightmare, right? Well, I named Freddy, but like I feel like I'm constantly reliving the same dream, like over and over again. Like I'm caught in the Matrix, but like I feel like I'm caught in this like paradox energy of being John Malkovich, like a Two of Cups energy of like mirroring and triggered, right? And like I constantly feel like I'm like just trapped in a goddamn computer game, or like I feel like I'm just a fucking Sims, and I'm actually playing it, but man, that Sims actually feels like me. You know, like get up, go to bed, get up, do the same thing, go to bed, take the trash out, you know, walk the dog, you know, the same thing, eat, sleep, rave, repeat, day in, day out, day in, day out, same thing over and over again. And it feels like there's something in your head that like the remake, like Matrix Reloaded, right? Matrix Reloaded, and it's like the machines, right? And it's kind of some of you are dealing with a dare I say it, spiritual connection. Don't come around here with all the DM, DF, twin flame bollocks. But like a spiritual connection, right? And you see, the thing that was disturbing, that was in, I think it was Capricorn reading and something else, was a lot of bipolar kind of energy. Bipolar, right? Bipolar can also be something that's very prominent in the head. You know, it really can, bipolar. And depression. And but there was also hypochondriac energy. And it was also stories. And like, I'm just making things up. Like, I'm just making it all up. Like like a hypochondriac. Like, I'm just going to make up an illness. If I can't get in or I can't get out, then the only thing left for me to do is really just make up a story and just come up with whatever it is, right? Like, what on earth is that? Like, lying or something? Or like, I'm just going to have to come up with something. I'm just going to have to make something up. Or like, I'm going to have to make up some kind of like fake illness in order to, like, you know, when you're younger and you want time off school, like Freddie Bueller's Day Off or something, right? And you know that your mother or father's just about to come into the bedroom and say, look, Khan, it's time to get up for school. And you're like, you're like, what's the matter? You're like, yeah, I don't feel very good. I feel sick. What's the matter with you? I don't think I can go to school. Right? So some of you might work at school, or you might physically have kids. or it is just this trying to blag it, like just trying to like wing it, and then wing, or like just trying to wing it, or ping it. Someone could be called Ping or Pong, but like Ping or Pong, right? So you could be from China, but like I'm just trying to ping it. What's that? Money on the phone? Like I'm just trying to ping you some money across accounts. Yeah, I had a very disturbing thing. Someone actually, oh man, I have had so many scammers out there lately with emails and also text messages, and also things that are been coming up through loads of other different stuff. People trying to get you to click on links by telling you, listen, this is going to be happening and you need to click on it. Fuck right off. Fucking hell. Especially if that ever comes through on my phone, do I never ever click on anything? No. But like, I mean, text messages from people that send you it just randomly from God's just random number. You need to quickly go over to this and click on it because it's, and they make up some bullshit story to get you to click on it, and then when you do, they pretty much, I don't know because I never click on them, but always tell you then, right, you need to sign into your account. Fuck, I mean, do people think that they're stupid? I would never do anything like that, really. Well, fucking try not to. But yeah, there's some kind of weird shit that's going on around false accounts or false accusation or false illness or fault, like trying to run from something that I can't see, which is, I mean, the coronavirus in Britain at the moment is getting better because I just realised I've got my appointment today with a doctor. He's going to phone me from the hospital about my sleep apnea today. It's going to be well in an hour. So yeah, I'm going to get some notification of that. But like this false account, false accusation, false execution, or like false ex, like a false ex, like someone's making up stories about their ex, like they're lying that they did or didn't do something. They're just coming up with stories. Like I was falsely accused of something that I didn't do, or like whether someone's fucking lying or not. That's what I'm saying. Unless you see things with your own eyes, words are words, right? This is why I always try to make people very aware of what it is that you're doing, right? When it comes to internet-based things and stuff like that, right? It's very important, right? You can see things with your own eyes. It's exactly the same as pride. You can see people's beauty. You can see how they look and everything else. And everything always looks great on the outside. But when you get on the inside of anything in life, you suddenly just start to discover what that's truly like. Right? So experience makes you better in a way. Right? So when you look at anything in life, it's the quality that what that really feels like inside than what it really appears to be. Right? So when you look at transparency and you look at energy of people, when you look at pride, you look at energies of like, it might all appear rosy on Jim on the outside, but on the inside, what is that truly like? Right? What's it truly like to feel living with this feeling? What's it truly like living without people in life? What's it truly like living with such beauty, but not much on the inside? Or what's it like living with everything that I have about me on the inside, but my exterior doesn't show exactly how I feel? Those kind of energies, like self-worth. You know, that energy of like, okay, I might appear up as glamour and everything else, but truly on the inside, you could meet someone that's a complete and utter raving lunatic on the inside, right? You could do exactly the same. Someone could be looks a certain way, and then when you get on the inside, you think, oh my God, you know? Like that equality about human beings and things as what they appear to be is a lot to do with pride, right? It's a lot to do with your ego, right? And, you know, all creatures great and small, right? All people, different kinds of people, walks of life. Everything might look great, but on the inside, is it really? Everything might appear great up in getting into a relationship, but is it truly the best feeling of trying to get out of it, right? Is it truly what it is when you're in the relationship, wanting the relationship? Everything is equal. Well, it's not equality, no. But everything has its flaws. if you like. Everything has its flaws, right? Or Laura, everything has its flaws. Some of you are just about to forgive people. Forgive people, you know. Yeah, because it's kind of like this live and let die energy. Live and let live. Let it live, Frankenstein. Like, we're bringing it back to life. You know, you can only ever really find out what a lesson is truly by experiencing it. You have no choice. You really don't. You have no choice of being the person that you are, inside and out. And the success and the everything that you're supposed to have and the things that you're not supposed to have. It's all just written for you. For instance, right? For instance, Aquarius. I will do your reading. Sorry, I will do your reading in a minute. But, for instance, you're in, say, manifesting mode, right? Something happens in your life of something that dramatically happens in your life, right? It stops you from manifesting. Like, the past comes back, a feeling comes back, something else just appears up and you got a phone call and blah, blah, blah. You hear some devastating news. Something doesn't quite turning out the way that you want. Spirit is in control of everything that you are supposed to have. Well, your astrology as well, but mainly. But the contracts of everything that you are supposed to have is a destiny. It's destiny. Like law of attraction and everything else. It's absolutely bullshit, bollocks, crap. It really is, right? You get what you're supposed to get. You meet the people you're supposed to meet. You get the jobs you are, the success you are, the money that you are. Everything that you are is what you're supposed to be doing, right? You are guided by destiny. You're not really physically here as such, right? So when you don't get what you want, it's because you're not supposed to, right? Or you are supposed to in order to learn a lesson. But when in manifesting mode, right, and working on self, right, when you do all of this bollocks, when you look at that, okay, when I've got everything in my life and in my head of all these things that I want and it doesn't happen, why is that? But why does that happen for that person and they are full of success, but I'm not? Or they are and you're not, right? Why is that? Why does Spirit always put these things in my way to stop me from manifesting complete and utter success? Why does everybody shout and scream at me that is now getting me to stop thinking about the positivity that get me to focus on? It's because it's supposed to. That's why. Because you're only supposed to what you have. So law of attraction is absolute nonsense, poppycock bullshit that's just made up through people having an awakening. That's it. Right? It's just a story that's come up within your head that get people to do it to get success by fooling and tricking people. Right? To getting them to spend a lot of energy and a lot of time thinking that it's going to fucking work, and it doesn't. Right? A lot of energies and people spend a lot of time looking for answers that may work to get them out of their karma, or to get them out of shit, and to get them out of depression and get them out of the transparency of life. I need to find an answer to what that is, but it doesn't never fucking happen. And why? Because I'm getting more frustrated. The fact that it's really just destiny saying, you're just fulfilling your life. You're just fulfilling your destiny of what we're telling you that you're having and what you're not having, right? Gavin, also Gav or Gavin. But yeah, that's the pretty much protocol of life altogether. I didn't say Scorpio, could be dealing with Scorpio. But Aquarius, you know, you get what you're supposed to, right? You leave when you're supposed to, right? So if you don't want to and people don't, it's because they really don't want to, right? Because if you did, you would. And if you said things, then mean what you say, right? So there's this energy of where, like I said right at the beginning, I think it was, where I said words, actions speak louder than words, action changes time, right? So when people speak, when you have gone through so much drama, you don't know whether people are physically making it up or making bullshit or lies up, right? Whether they are or not, right? So you have to look at the actions of the past that present the future of like whether you believe people or not, right? So you've kind of got these very strange kind of paradox energies that are here, Aquarius. So there you go. So what's been going on with Aquarius? Show me what has been going on with Aquarius, please. What has been going on with Aquarius? Sun, rising Venus and Jupiter. Show me what's been going on with Aquarius. 2, everything, balls to the wall, everything up in the air. Someone is absolutely bezuzzled by the relationship. I feel like I've let you down. It's like everything was up in the air and I can't help it. It was just like my life at the time was in turmoil and I couldn't really make a decision either way. But I can't stop thinking about you. I want to make you an offer of this relationship. I at least want to talk and apologise for something that I may have done. Okay, so this, luckily, this is the past, Aquarius. Okay, but everything is up in the air at the moment. I don't seem to have time in order to even have a shit. I don't quite know what to do. I know that I feel like I'm like here, like under anaesthetic, or like I'm being like hypnotised, and like, Jesus man, I feel like I'm hypnotised and bezuzzled by this person, and they're just kind of throwing a spanner in my works, and what on earth do I do? Because I can't stop thinking about the relationship, this relationship. What do I do about it? What do I do about my kids? How do I ground this energy back into a possible stable relationship? Because it hasn't, and it isn't here. No. How do I make this a possible stable relationship again? Or how do I continue to do exactly the same thing as what I've always done, exactly the same way, constantly, by juggling more than what I can possibly handle? Right? Could be dealing with a Gemini energy as well, because they had more action than you can possibly imagine. I think it was called, or something like that. But imagine all the people. Yeah, someone's very imaginative. Like they think. This is Virgo. There's Virgo moons, Virgo Libras as well. Virgo all over the shop here. Right, thinking. Constantly about me being a mother, me being in a relationship, me can't stop not being a mother. Right? I want to be a mother and I want to be a lover. Well, there's a song there somewhere. A mother lover. I'm hearing another lover. Like I've got a lover, but I've got another lover. Ooh, got a lover. Got some lover, bruv. Got a lover. A Mr. Lover. Shaggy. But like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Scooby! Get up there, Scooby. What the fuck? Anyway, let's have a look. Shaggy? Oh my god, no, it's Daphne. Just wait until she pulls her mask off. Was that you, Daphne? Oh no, I'll get you pesky kids. I know it was you. I know it was you. Someone's wearing a mask anyway. Let's see. Aquarius, something wise with Venus and Jupiter, what's been going on? What has been going on? But I'm in love with someone I can't get to. The world, Pisces. How do I get through to you? How do I reach out to you to tell you that I've been thinking about you constantly all the time? Sorry, I'm just going to make sure that that's... Why do people keep inviting me to shit on Facebook? Don't use it. But, everybody worried about business, I suppose. I need you to join my flower show. Bruv, I'm a geezer, bruv. I don't like joining flower shows. What on earth do I want to do that for? Sorry. But, the world. Because I love you, how on earth can I get to you? How can I get through to you? There's two people here for sure. I can't get through to you. You don't ever really listen to what I say. Everything is more likely up in the air all the time with you. I never really know how to handle you. Then you got the world here. How do I possibly get to you on time? How can I get through to you in order to rekindle this relationship? Do I actually go dating? Do I not go dating? I can't stop thinking about my ex. I have not moved on. No. This person here, whoever it is, Virgo energy more than likely, also around Pisces, I have not moved on. No. No. Let's see. What's this two of... oh, really? Oh, one of these people's got to be flushed. One of them is flush, probably. Got a lot of money, but... Oh, dear me. What do I do with everybody in my energy? What do I do with all of these people? Fuck knows, bruv. You're going through a metaphysical connection. You're going through a third-party drama type sort of energy of someone that's already in a Two of Cups, which means they're with a Six of Cups that they can't stand. Can't stand my family. Everybody does my head in. Right? Everybody around my family does nothing but really leave my energy and my life in turmoil. But as an individual, I'm with a person that I was with at one point that was a Six of Cups, that is now more of just a spiritual connection with a person that I hate, that always puts my life upside down and I never know what to do with them. But I'm still there, still doing the same thing, like, here's Johnny, right? Virgo. It's okay, I'm just going to stay. So, I'll just get myself a plaything while that I just not make a move. I'll get a plaything or something that's going to occupy my time, that's going to trigger me to fuck. Yep. Enter the Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Someone to occupy my time with someone I don't want. Because I'm already perhaps with a person. What's the Queen of Pentacles? Yep. Single Virgo. But in it. Like, this is a loveless marriage. Loveland Wards. Or loveless marriage. Like, I'm in it, but I'm just single. So, you're with a six that isn't a six anymore, with a two. Which means it's a broken, matrix, glitched out fucking connection. Whichever way you look at it. A broken, glitched out connection of something that just, you might as well stand there like that. What do I do? What do I do? Flush it. So, enters another Two of Cups. Well, here I am to save the day. Okay, what are you going to do? Well, I'm just single. Oh. Oh, yeah? Yeah. No, I'm single. Mum, what? Are you talking to you? Oh, no. The world. What's the world here for? Cancerian, there you go. Some of you are going to go and visit that person. For a lot of you. Or you have done. You have done. There's somebody that lives at a distance from you. It would take a physical car journey or a plane. It's up to you, because the world would be a plane. So that's why there's maybe two people here. One of these people in the world would take a plane journey to go and see a person. And one of these other two here, it would take a car journey to go and see this person. Here. That's what I'm picking up. The world and the Chariot. That's a trip via plane and a holiday and all that kind of stuff that you would physically need to travel. Some of you, this is a travelling salesman or Sal, or travelling company, or my Aunt Sally and Wurzel Gummidge. But like, I would have to physically travel to see that person in a car. Or I do that for a living. I'm in my van and car all the time. What's the Chariot for? Y'all fucked. You know, here. Two. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I just never really know what to do, to be honest. I don't know whether to go back to my past. I don't know whether to go forward. I don't know whether to just reverse over the idiot or not. You know, I'm lumbered, basically. I'm just lumbered between two. Like, two people. What do I do? Do I try to rekindle a loving relationship that I want, but with a person that I don't want? Which means that I've got someone basically that I don't want, but I have got someone on my mind of that I do want, but I don't know if they want me or not. I don't know if you've just got ascension here. You've got someone chasing your tail, you're chasing the dragon. You know, so I said, what if you chase a dragon, what does it bring? The heat. Right, police, trouble, heat brings the heat. When a dragon chases its tail, when you chase the dragon and its drugs and everything else, what does it bring? Smoke brings. So some of you are probably vaping. But like, what does it bring? You know, the heat and chasing the dragon is also chasing stuff off tinfoil, right? So if there's drugs and there's heroin here, it's the same, love is a drug, but you chase it, you chase the dragon, what happens with a dragon? When you keep chasing your tail, the dragon comes with heat, brings it, backs it, bring it, brings the police, brings heat, brings attention onto you. You know, you draw attention to yourself by doing things that you shouldn't do, right? Or, fuck knows why I'm picking up that energy here. But it's like this evading energy. David, or Devon, or Devon, or Heaven, or Denver, also here in Denver, Colorado, or Denver. But like, I'm constantly feel like I'm chasing things like backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Like I'm just going around and around and around in a circle, just not really like someone chasing me that I don't want, trying to reconcile with them and figure out what went on there, trying to go back to the past to realise, hold on a minute, what's going on in my head, Batman, I need to trace my steps back. And then when I realised that, okay, now I've kind of settled that energy and really didn't really get anywhere through closure, which I keep saying that everybody keeps looking for closure, and then all of a sudden, or kosher, chicken soup, but then what happens? Well, I got closure, am I satisfied? Well, now I want my future to tell my future what happened in my past, that didn't quite work out, or that happened or didn't happen, but now the future don't believe me, because whatever's happened. So what do? That's why you've got twos. That's why you got the terrible twos. But why? Why did this happen? Why did you do that? Why did you not do all of that? Luckily, this is your past, Aquarius. But why did you do that to me? Why did this happen? Why did that not happen? Why do we constantly do the things that we do? Well, oh, they do, don't they don't? Yeah, they do. People do that. There's now queerer than folk. You know, like Jim Morrison said, people are fucking lunatics. Right? So, you know, you go back, oh, okay, well, I kind of got that answer and I kind of realised what it is, but now I realised I actually made a mistake. Right? So now I made a mistake, now I need to rectify the mistake by trying to get the future to understand about the mistake that I made. And you're just left between this rock and a hard place, guys, if I'm honest. Or have been. Just while I have a quick drink. If you like Angel Radio, there's a new one that I started making last night. Very quickly. Stop. Probably won't be able to hear it, it's not very loud. Courage. There's nothing to this at the moment, this one, because I only just started making it. Yeah, but that'll probably be the next Angel Radio if you're interested. But courage, you see, you got Leo here. Strength and empowerment. Someone else had empowerment, I'm sure they did. You see, courage can come across as also weakness, right? It can. Because it's, I do have courage, I do have strength to persist, to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I feel empowered now I've had the answer. So some of you got an answer that you wanted, right? Now you feel empowered again, or Jen, but now you feel empowered again. There is something around courage, but there's a hell of a lot of confusion around courage, right? Because you've kind of got Leo energy. For March, you've kind of got this either courage to rectify things, to make things up. Why do I keep hearing like I'm making things up? To be empowered. It's very strange. Because loyalty, Laura, I'm picking up Laura, or loyalty. Like, now I feel empowered that I now have a chance again. Like, I have courage and strength to be able to see this through, and now I feel like I'm empowered to be able to take on the world. Right, here. But if that persists itself to be weakness, we'll have to see what happens through your actual reading for March. Because it feels like that you're empowered and you're taking a seat of, well, nobody's powerful unless you're goddamn Hitler, but like nobody's powerful. But a seat of empowerment is a seat in a company, who knows. But a position of movement, basically. A position of movement. So some of you are probably moving in with a friend, or moving in, or moving on, who knows? I'm going to have to look because you've got so many twos here. I'm either moving in, moving on, or moving away. Like, it feels like there's such stuck energy, really, that's kind of coming through for you guys. What have we got? Let's see. Aquarius. Aquarius, just very quickly, if my phone goes, right, and this cuts off, then it's gone over to the full access bundle on page, both tiers, right? Tier 1 and the full access bundle. If it just cuts off, right? So again, you'll come up with a 3 of Wands. You're dealing with a Piscean energy here, 3 and 3. You got the 2, 3, 4 and 5. It's like something is constantly on your mind here, like constantly ticking over, like your car, or I'm just ticking over, I'm just getting by, just slightly getting by. I don't know if it's about money or anything, but you could be dealing with a Pisces here. Show me Aquarius for March. Aquarius for March, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Aquarius for March, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. 2021 March. So, someone's already married. Someone's already in a relationship, or these are your folks here. This is also work. So this person is in a loveless marriage, is in a single relationship with children here. Single relationship with kids and children. Or these are your folks, your parents here. But yeah, it's kind of like I'm waiting for a relationship with someone that's physically already in one. So that person's in a relationship already. They're just going to stay in that, I would say, constantly here. See, not really telling me too much, to be honest, apart from someone's already physically in a relationship. So even if you had an ex, maybe, that... Because I get a feeling, right, that someone went back to their ex for clarification and realised that they're in a relationship now. Right? So now someone's at this 3, where they're like, well, the person I went back to and had empowerment and got closure with, that threw everything up in the air, that person is in a relationship. Because they are, I've done a 180. See, you guys had this before. Someone's lying about somebody. Like, they went back. It's kind of like a past, present, future paradox kind of reading. Because this is for the future. But it's like somebody done a 180, like before, went back off to a past partner and realised that they communicated with that person, that they found out through this 3, that that person is either 1, married, or 2, in a relationship now. This 3 now is kind of like between a rock and a hard place of thinking, well, the past is in a relationship, the future's in a relationship, and I'm either 1 now on my own, wondering about the relationship, or do I go back with my ex or my future? It's a fucking Marty McFly paradox type weird shit thing. One more card, please, for Aquarius. Yeah, so I'm a single Pringle. Virgo energy, again. It's coming through what happened in Capricorn reading. Some of you have got a big involvement with around a Capricorn energy here. Aquarius. Some of you are just living the life of luxury and leisure with a husband, or even the person that you don't like. You're just living there, living with this person, with the folks, with the family, with the husband, with the people here. This is living the life of luxury, can afford to do whatever I want. Energy here. I can do whatever I want, but nothing can take away these blues, 'cause nothing compares to you. Someone's just single, like you're single in this energy, but you've got someone on your mind, like constantly. They're 100%. There's somebody here in a non-existent loving relationship. They're just either one, married, or they were in a situation where they got married out of wedlock, where this is a stepfather or something with kids and children, with somebody that they're still with, that they're not married to. They are just with them because of the kids, or it was a child that was born out of wedlock that they didn't get married to. So for a lot of you, this is your stepfather. This is your stepfather. And if it isn't, and you're watching and you've got kids, then this is their stepfather here. Taurus and Virgo. Right? So a lot of your energy here, for some of you, if it's retaining to love, then somebody here is physically already in a relationship here, but single in it. That's what's fucking weird. It's like I'm in a relationship, but I'm single in the relationship. So that's for the third party lot. That's why the 3's there. Someone is just married in that, but single in it, and has an extracurricular activity of a person that they play with here. Right, 2 and 2. So for you single lot, you're single, ready for a relationship. Anyway, we're going to go on the rest of your reading. That's an hour and 2 minutes. So I do have to earn a living. If you want to join, you can join Patreon. It's on tier 1 and the full access bundle. Shit, man, I need the addresses to open badly. Full access bundle. If you join that one, that's where you will get this reading as well, because it's on both. Full spread, clarified, general reading, what comes up for your month. That is also, if you're on the full access bundle, from the 1st of each month, is where you will also get your first 2-week reading. It doesn't come out on here. It only goes over to Patreon. That's pretty much what I'm going to be starting after I've done Pisces. Will be the first 2 weeks, they go to Patreon on the 1st. Okay, then after that you get another 2-week reading that doesn't come out on here. It only goes over to there. But through that month, I do also bring out readings through on to YouTube, but the extendeds will only be going over to Patreon, is where we ask multiple different loads of questions. Okay, thoughts, feelings, actions towards you, so on and so forth. Spiritual cards, other kind of things, loads of other different stuff. Thoughts, feelings, actions, things coming towards you, what they like about you, what they don't like about you, what they want from you, what they don't want from you, so on and so forth, all those kind of things. But you will only find all of those other questions and a plethora of backlog catalogue readings is on the full access bundle, okay? But you can find all of the links provided below for personal readings, Angel Radio. Also, if you like the music, don't forget to check out Angel Radio music playlist on here, but the other channel, I would really appreciate it if people subscribe to the other channel, because that's just music. I might try and just move to that at some point. But yeah, it's still there all the same if you like it. Okay, Aquarius, thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you soon.